Welcome to Crest Hammer YouTube page. This video, I'm going to button up the last few things for this engine and get her started. I'm not going to have a radiator, so I can only hear her running for a few seconds, probably about 30 seconds max. But my goal in this video is just to last little things, get it running, just so I can hear it run, so I can get some more motivation to finish everything else. This truck originally came with the small block Chevy 350 and a TBI. Here's how it used to sound. That'll get to work. Huh. Yep. Be fair, that video was when I just changed the intake and I had the timing all screwed up. So it's not going to sound the best, didn't start right. It's not going to sound the best and didn't start right, but let's get the wiring and wrap up some little things so I can get this engine started.
I'm going to put my dipstick in, which goes right about there. Run it in down there.
Time, the name is quickly pushing by.
the clutch line on there. You can kind of see it. It's a banjo joint. It runs down towards the fuel lines. It's a braided line down there. Ready to hook to the transmission now. Okay, this just plugs in there. It's really easy to get in, kind of a pain in the butt to get out. Now I need to drain it, which is something right here. Put a little socket or something on here. All right, got a new battery. First thing I need to do to get this thing started is wire in the starter. So I need to put this on there. I heard this is the way to do it. You put a little zip tie on the end so it snakes everything together. And you put that on there. You push both of them up. That actually worked out really good. And then you cut off the zip tie. Got those 2 wires running to the starter. Got them done. These 2 wires I connected to the starter. This is going to be the starter solenoid wire that activates the starter. And this is the main power for the starter. Now I need to connect that to right there. I'm going to use the stock bus bar. This guy. It's going to be always hot unless I turn this dog off. What I'm putting this in is I've deployed a few times and come back to most of my vehicles dead. So if I can just isolate the battery completely, then we'll won't have to worry about dead batteries and a little extra protection. Except I'm putting it on the internet so anybody can see. So anybody seeing my vehicles will probably be able to steal my vehicle, steal my truck. Please don't steal my truck. That'd be mean. Negative side is done. The main ground goes right to the frame right here, and then there's a little one that goes to the tin right here. I did it that way because that's how it was done with the small block Chevy. The standalone harness all plugged in, all these plugs. This one is for the MAF sensor. I don't have it plugged in yet because I don't have a MAF sensor yet, but all the injectors, all the coils, MAP sensor, the alternator, both of these. I think this is another MAP sensor and this is the throttle position sensor. All the coils on this side. For the for this one, for the coolant temp sensor, I rewired it, wired in a 3-wire sensor instead of the 2-wire sensor. Had that replaced. I need to put in the oil pressure sensor. I took out the LS1 because, well, it wasn't going to work. It wasn't going to work with the gauges and everything I needed, so I took that one out. I wired in a wire to the back of the alternator, just this charge wire to the back of the alternator. Ran it to here to the hot fuse or hot what is this, the 12 volt block or whatever it's called. These are all 12 volts. I rewired the fuel pump. What is this? This is fuel pump and ignition power wires. What is this? No, this is the fuel pump. This one's the fuel pump. This is the ignition and all the other fuses. I wired the fuel and ignition in. They didn't run a fuel wire, power wire, or a fuel, I guess, to the pump wire. That's right here. So when I wired this, I wired it as a 12 gauge wire. The one that's coming out is a 14 gauge wire, so I might have to change it from over here back, because the one that goes to the tank and goes all the way back to the tank and into the tank into the fuel pump is a 14 gauge wire. That might be a little small, so if I have to rewire that, I'll just rewire it from here back. But this is a 12 gauge wire. We're waiting for a little pin so I can just plug it in here. separated the loom and ran the crank sensor out of the loom and down to the starter through the starter wire. Of course, I have my starter wire and my main power wire. This is off. I have my ground wire. It's not connected yet, but I don't need it connected yet. I just have to put in the oil pressure sensor, and then I should be ready to start. Well, I have my little adapter. This is M16 to 1/2 inch NPT or 1/4 inch NPT, I forgot which, but this will fit in the block where the old oil pressure sensor is. And here is the new oil pressure sensor. Well, not new, but it was on the small block Chevy. Basically, there's 3 pins. One is a pin that you get the oil pressure off, and the other 2 are just a relay for the oil or for the fuel. Yeah, one thing I need to do before I do anything else is I need to prime this oil system. So there's a little plug here. It's an 8mm. I think M14, M16, whatever that plug is, to 3/8. Okay, oil system's primed. Put that plug back in there. I think everything's wired up as good as it is. ECM's right there. Fuel pressure's there. If I touch this little thing to power, everything should start. So if I touch this to power, we should start and it should run. And then to turn off the power, I gotta pull that little red wire. Let's see what happens. Holy crap, that was awesome. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay. It started like 6 times in a row, or 4 times in a row. I don't know what I'm doing. Why are we blowing? Does that seem good? I don't know. Let's see what it does. What am I doing wrong? Something's not happening. Besides, the chickens are freaking out. It just dies. Nothing's really changed. I just connected the here. I turned on the fuel pump a few more times, hoping maybe that will help. I've done nothing, but here's an attempt to try again. I have my ignition hooked back up, power's on. Let's see what happens. I turned on the fuel pump a few more times, hoping maybe that will help. I've done nothing, but here's an attempt to try again. I have my ignition hooked back, power on. Let's see what happens. Holy crap. hard time controlling its but I'm gonna call that good. She runs. She runs. I mean, most of that I'm assuming is header smoke, but holy crap, she runs. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. I'm in a really good mood. Good. She runs. That start was just so I can hear it run. Now what I need to do is finish all the wiring so I can actually turn the key inside the vehicle instead of just touching wires to spots. Mount the ECU, mount this fuse relay block. I just need to mount all that stuff. Mount that stuff. I'm gonna put the loom on all the wires, clean that up, put my cold air intake, put my radiator in there. After everything's said and done and it runs consistently, then I'll worry about my AC. But so far everything else is looking good. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. I'm one step closer to keep making this back to my daily driver.